5 to 45. By 2030, we'll be non-married.
You know what kills me the most? And I'm divorced, and I know I'll get remarried again. The way those people present that statistics, prediction, whatever it is, as something so scary, threatening. People that say that, do y'all understand that there's a reason for that? That's because for a single woman, life becomes more and more easy. That's number one. Number two, the world becomes more and more accepting of this as a norm. So more people, more women feel less weird for being single and willingly opt for being single. Like they want that. It's not some kind of threat. Women that want a husband, women that want to be married like me in the past, women of any age will get married if they want. Tell me, if you're a hairstylist, if you're a massage therapist, you have those clients that are 45, 55, 65, and they're dating. And a lot of them get remarried. Tell me I'm wrong. Women that want that, they will go for it. It's just that more and more women don't want that.
So you've got to love how confident this woman is that she'll get remarried again. And I'm not saying she won't, because, you know, many of these women, if they do want to, she's right, they can get married again if they want. I mean, a lot of these women can get married anytime they want, but that would require them to drop their standards, which many of them are not willing to do, which is what keeps them single. This little wholeflation that's going on right now, where you have a bunch of average looking women out there overvaluing themselves. That's essentially it. That is what's keeping them single, son. Okay? That is what is keeping these girls single. They're overvaluing themselves, just much like my ex from 2000 and also the one from 2006. These girls were both very hot back in the day. Any guy would have married them. And you know what? Even fast forward to this day, they're in their 40s, early 40s and mid 40s. They can easily still get a guy to marry them, but not the guy that they want. They would have to drop their standards. Even, you know, even me, I would not want anything to do with either of them anymore. I mean, relationship wise, anything, I wouldn't, right? Because I'm getting much hotter, much younger women. Those are the women that I would jump in relationships with, just like I have with my current girl, right? I'm not going to jump into a relationship with, anybody who's that age, like this woman who's basically looks like she's in her 50s for the most part. And so, yeah, she could get married again if she wanted to, but even if she did drop her standards to get married again, the chance of her staying that marriage is low, right? Because every time you get remarried, the second marriage, the third marriage, your chance of divorce rises, right? Goes up and up. You have a more likely chance of divorcing with each new person you marry because you've done it before and you've quit before, right? And so I don't know why these chicks are so proud that they divorce their husbands, because all that tells high value guys and most people who have morals out there, they just look at you like you're a failure, like you quit, like you're a loser, right? You lost. And now you're trying to encourage other women to lose just like you, because misery loves company. Simple as that. Right? Simple as that. And if she really was that happy, she wouldn't be on TikTok complaining about this, right? Unless she's some kind of influencer, she's profiting from this, fine, sure, right? She gets money from this, great. She gets like ad revenue like we do here on YouTube, yeah, great, right? I'll harp on about my exes, no problem, it gets clicks, right? People always like, get over this ex from 2000, whatever. I'm like, it brings clicks. I notice that. It goes up whenever I talk about this bitch. All right, so, yeah, I mean, unless that's happening, then yeah, more kudos to her. But other than that, no, most of these women are not influencers. They're just trying to sabotage other women, sadly.
If you think that you're going to be 45 years old, no kids, not married.
Oh, look, I have a podcast mic too. It's just not on, but I'm not going to stand in front of it because it doesn't give me authority. The facts do. We already know that studies prove that single women are happier than single men. So this is truly just a projection. But it gets better than that. Studies have proved that single women without children are happier than married men and women with children. The only people that are spinning this false narrative are the ones that want to control and belittle women. Oh yeah, and the single women without kids are also healthier compared to the men and women who are married with kids. The devil works hard, but misogynists, they be trying to work harder because they want to control women and keep us from living our full potential. I'm in a happy, healthy relationship, but I also know that I do not need a man or children to be satisfied with my life. It's simply the cherry on top.
This is another ditzy broad who is spreading misinformation, and I need to do, and I probably will do an entire video on this, just debunking and fact-checking the claim that single, childless, unmarried women are happier than married women with children, because that has already been debunked. And I already knew when that statistic came out, right? It was pushed by a guy named Paul Doan. Right? Last name is spelled D-O-A-N. And you could research this yourself. That this dude wrote a book. He's basically a beta simp, male feminist. He checks all the blue pill boxes, so to speak. This dude wrote a book, to empower women into believing that it's better for them not to have kids, when the statistic he tried to create was totally, like most things wokies do and leftists do, it's totally a lie. It was totally manipulated, so much so that he got called out by media. And they were like, dude, where did you get this statistic? And he had to come clean and be like, oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. I meant to say this, right? And he basically admitted that it was manipulated, right? I think it's even on his Wikipedia. Somebody added, like, this dude lied to a nation of women, a global population of women, making them believe that they'd be happier without kids and a husband. It was a lie. There's even a Reddit thread on this. You can research it yourself, right? Childless women happier than, or unmarried childless women happier than married women with children. No, fact check it, right? I'll have to do an update on this video, but or a full video on this, just debunking that, just like they did on the wage gap, But I'm surprised no other red pill guys have jumped on this, right? Why am I always the first to do it? Then they try to claim it as their own, right? But I was immediately, when I heard women parroting that statistic, especially because it was only coming from lefty women's, like feminist type women, woke women, I knew immediately. I'm like, I guarantee this is a lie. I guarantee, because everything that comes from their side is like always manipulated statistics. It's always a lie, and can easily be debunked, right? It's like the wage gap myth, right? Easily debunked. It's been debunked for years now, yet these women are still running around parroting that stuff, right? They're still talking about it. Trying to get Cash to not snore so loud. He snores really, really loud for a 17-year-old. Regardless, guys, don't believe that statistic for a second, especially any women watching. That statistic is basically a hoax, right? It's created on a false premise, because married women with children are happier at every stage in life. I've done my research. These ditzy broads have not. They just look for clickbait that will, give them reason to feel good about living this hedonistic, over-sexualized lifestyle that they're living, where they're banging multiple dudes and just not having kids and thinking life is just going to be a party. But they're going to have a very rude awakening when they realize that they should have gotten married. They should have had kids. Because again, the studies will show over and over, right? Study after study from multiple universities, multiple outlets have said at every stage in life, married women with children are happier than unmarried women without children. Okay, and I'm talking about just dozens and dozens of studies from different universities, right? Different outlets, different websites. I mean, you name it, different media. They've all done their own research, and they've all come to the same conclusion, that married women with children are happier at every stage in their life. Whereas unmarried women without children, they're not. You're going to be miserable. And they're all just kind of like clinging on to this one study from this one beta simp named Paul Doan, who told these dumbasses, you'll be happy if you don't have kids and children. Now all of these ditzy broads are on their social media trying to go, nope, I've got the study. You got the study from a blue pill dude, right? It's like me going to a fat person and going, hey, is eating nachos a good idea at 2 a.m? He'll be like, of course it is. Of course, nothing's going to happen. Eat those nachos. You can do it. You can do it. So yeah, Rob Schneider. But for a lot of these chicks, I feel bad that they're buying into this lie that this dude sold them. But you can do your own research on that. Another statistic, another false narrative that she's pushing, another more misinformation this chick is pushing, is she said that single women are happier than single men. This is true early in life. Okay, so again, she's pulling this chick must be glued to CNN, and I already know which way she votes, right? Because they all just live in this state of cognitive dissonance where they don't give you the full context of the truth. They tell you these half-truths, right? These half-truths that sound good on paper, but it's not the full truth. Okay? It's kind of like when you watch like a woke news channel and they're like, oh my gosh, another unarmed black person got shot. Or, look, the cops are just gunning people down. It's like, okay, yeah, the cop did shoot this person, but let's see the full video. Let's see the full surveillance video. Let's see what actually happened from beginning to end to cause this person, this kid, whoever, to get shot. That's what I want to see. But do they show that? No, they will show you clips to rile you up, to get you upset, to make you believe like this narrative. Like, for example, I'm just using this as an example, like cops are out there killing everyone. Yeah, no. I want to see the full clip, right? Or if they accuse somebody of like, whatever it is. I mean, you need to get the full context. So when she said single women are happier than single men in life, this is true to an extent. Excuse me. Early on in life, women tend to be happier than men, right? Especially like when you're a young man or going into your 20s. Why? Because at that age, these women have all the power, right? They're young, they're hot, they're fertile, they're pure, and they have the world at their fingertips. Whereas guys, we're goofy, we're immature, we're not socially calibrated, we don't have enough reps socially to gain social calibration because unlike women where they're constantly in social situations or getting approached where they gain social calibration really fast, right? But for us guys, it takes a while. This is why you got to get in 7 months of mastery. I'll teach you how to be more socially savvy, like very, very quickly. But, and these are skills you will never learn in school, by the way. You got to learn from professional PUA. Got nothing but positive reviews. Click the link below. However, quick plug. So these women are definitely happier when they are younger. Up in this, and I'm citing actual studies, more than one study, by the way, more than one study. I don't just look at one study and go, yeah, we're winning. No, I look at multiple studies across the spectrum, and I look at the other side, any studies they have done that might refute the studies that I'm reading. Right? I have to look at both sides to give you guys an honest assessment. I'm not going to do what this chick does and just be like, oh, there's one beta simp who said women are happier. Yes, I'm going with this. I'm going to die on this hill. No. You can't do that, man. You're not being honest, not only with your audience, but yourself. You're lying to yourself. You're hurting yourself more than you are anyone else, right? You're really just, you're really just bullshitting yourself. So yeah, when she said that women are happier than men, that goes up until the women, up until I think it's like somewhere around your mid 30s. That is when the tide starts to turn in men's favor, right? Because if you look at all the studies, right, more than just one, which I have looked at, every study will tell you that yes, women are happier early on in life, but once they cross like the mid 30s, it starts to shift where men are happier later in life and for the rest of their lives, right? For the rest of their lives, from like 35 on, for the rest of your days, you're pretty much happier than most women out there. Why? Because we finally have maturity, we have social status, we have money in our bank accounts, right? We're no longer broke or living paycheck to paycheck or credit card, taking out credit cards and getting cash advances like I used to do in the past, paying 20% on that. So yeah, we're just at a place in life where we finally have our toys, right? I've had my DeLorean, yes. You know, I'm on the verge of buying a Lambo right now, which I will do a whole video about, by the way, just from beginning to end of buying this thing. Otherwise people won't believe it. Ah, that rented. That's why I did the same thing with my DeLorean. I shot from beginning to end, me buying the car, me talking on the phone to DeLorean, Florida, me having the car shipped. I mean, the whole nine, right? So people know that I got receipts, right? But regardless, men are happier later in life. We can finally afford the toys that we want. I mean, I'm constantly like spending my free time lately on eBay, buying all the die-cast cars that I've always wanted, right? I like collecting die-cast cars, especially the muscle cars, rare ones. I just bought one on eBay. It was like $1,000, man. People thought I was nuts. My girl thought I was nuts spending that much on a die-cast car, but it's probably the rarest 1971 Cuda on eBay. I bought that, right, for $1,000. Well, I had a 2-for-1 deal, so I had to pull the trigger, man. But regardless, yeah. So men are definitely happier later in life, and not only you don't even need a study for this. All you need to do is look around. Most guys are pretty happy as they get older. Most women are pretty miserable as they get older, especially the ones who are single and childless. Okay, but enough on that. Let's move on to the next clip, shall we?
Lately, I've been getting more people who tell me things like, a lot of men want women with kids, right? Or a lot of men want a woman they can have kids with, right? And they always say this to me like, your decision you made to get sterilized is going to impact your dating pool, right? Like, yes, I do. That was actually one of the main points of me getting it done. You see, when I made my choice, this might sound really radical and unbelievable to some people, but I made it for me. I didn't base my decision around, how many men will like me? How appealing will I be to men? How many options will I have for men? In fact, something I'm trying to work on is decentering men in my life, or at least taking them off the pedestal that I was born having put them on, like a lot of other women. Like, believe it or not, I'm actually making choices that prioritize me and what I want and my freedom and my hopes and dreams. And I'm not super concerned anymore with how appealing I will be to men. Like, oh well, life goes on.
This chick isn't so if she doesn't care, isn't concerned if she'll be appealing to men or not, then why is she doing a whole video about her being appealing to men, right? You have to appreciate the hypocrisy, right? But I'm kind of glad that she's sterilized and she won't be producing any mini-me's anytime soon that will end up turning out just like her. However, the fact that she said that she was taught to pedestalize men is pretty hilarious. And in the same time saying she doesn't need a man, doesn't want a man, doesn't care to appease a man, but yet still wants a man. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up, right? This chick belongs on a funny farm, man. So yeah, I mean, she should be lucky if she gets any man at this point, especially with that attitude. Yeah, I would stay far away from her. But as always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to share, anything you'd like to add, please drop them in the comments below, and I will see you there. So until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets signing out. Go ahead and smash that like button below. Also, guys, make sure you hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on my YouTube channel. More importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel, okay? Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton. It tells YouTube that you are loving my videos, you're digging it. You want me to come out here to Vegas even more and shoot more coaching videos for you that can help you, educate you, and take you to the next level in life. Take you into a whole new dimension that the mainstream parents-teacher society never ever taught you about, never even told you about, because they themselves weren't aware of it, right? So please make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students are out there cold approaching and closing every single week. I kid you not, every single week, no matter what chaos is going on in the world, no matter what nonsense is going on, out there, we are still making things happen. That is the absolute best way to support my work, by jumping into 7 months of mastery. And right now, the first month is only $1. For the entire first month of coaching lessons, it's only $1. And all you need to do to get signed up is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.